and that it might cause strangelets and rogue black holes and all of these critical problems. And of course there was a time-traveling owl that shut down the whole system when it dropped a baguette on the wiring. I don't know if you caught that. Yeah, CERN. I have a whole CERN news section on my website. So anything you want to go back and look up, you know, it's all there.
Didn't they have like a massive explosion when they turned the thing up full power? Like they had a coolant failure and there was this explosion in a certain portion of the CERN?
I don't know. The only thing I remember is the time-traveling owl dropping the baguette. I can't remember any other major shutdowns.
Before it ever went online, it was severely damaged and had to be completely redone.
Okay. Yeah, I probably have that backed up somewhere. Because, yeah, I mean, I started talking about CERN when I was on Access way back with William Henry. And, you know, they didn't even have the LHC grid then yet or anything.
Hi. I studied genetics at the same place where I studied U.S. history, UT, so I might be wrong on this. Your genetics thing with Barack Obama, we were studying Dolly the sheep at that time, and Dolly was getting osteoporosis, old age diseases, and the explanation was that Dolly was receiving chromosomes from a sheep that was aged, and hence the chromosomes were turning on old age problems, and Dolly was getting old age problems at a very young age.
Right.
Wouldn't Barack Obama, if he got genetic material from someone from Egypt that was old, wouldn't he be having these old age problems?
Yeah, it's hard to say, you know.
My man, have you not seen articles that specifically show like the graying of his hair? I'm not trying to
Right.
articles that show.
He has aged quite a
What's
bit.
interesting is the office of the president, it seems that like everyone,
Always birth certificate.
They do. They like die immediately. But yeah, you know, and the problem being that the guys, Ian Wilmot and out there at Roslyn, didn't even bother to know which sheep they had gotten the cells from, you know, so we don't even have a knowledge of where the cells came from, because they didn't even expect to be famous, right? They were just sitting there in their little ranch in Roslyn, which of course Roslyn Chapel plays into this whole story too. And yeah, they didn't keep any records as to what, you know, where the sheep came from or anything.
Do you have any thoughts on?
Go ahead.
Do you have any thoughts on the upcoming 2012 Olympics or prognostication possibly? Because I mean, I'm sure you know the logo looks like Zion.
Yeah, the Zion, and then of course the alien icons that they have. Oh man, I got their name right there in the back of my head. Mitterrand and whatever, the one-eyed aliens that they have. And of course, the single eye plays into the story a lot too.
I was doing just a crude, it just occurred to me one day to look into that a little bit, and you know, I'm sure it means nothing, but you know, it's the 30th Winter Olympiad, so XXX in the Roman numerals, and then I started thinking to myself, I'm trying to find connections, and I thought, okay, 2012, and so I'm like, all right, well, how can I bring that together? I just thought lines of latitude and longitude. I'm sure it means nothing, but I happened to plug in 30 degrees latitude, 12 in longitude, and it happens to be in Libya. So I thought that was an interesting, you know, thing. Again, probably means nothing, but again, with the war that just happened, and it seems to me, I know the architecture and the city layout of London, obviously the city of London. So
I know in 1984 they had this giant flying saucer hanging out over the Olympics, and you know, it might be a really good time for that type of programming for the alien arrival for the 2012 Olympics.
It seems like a culmination that something will happen to me.
Yeah. I don't know, for 2012, I'm like, okay, nothing's real. Nothing is real. There's no such thing as a presidential election. There's no such thing as legislation, government, religion, or any of it. Money, it's all a thought.
Yeah.
Let's just let it all go for 2012, all right? Forget it all. Forget it all. And then we'll let you all go so that we can get down to the real brass tacks and just start chatting. And I gotta use the restroom. I haven't looked at that card. I was just looking at the Lady Gaga card recently. You know, where Weird goes pro.
Thanks, Freeman. Good job.
If anybody wants backup of all of this, you know, if I spoke too fast or didn't get into things deep enough, E.T. and the Transhumanist Agenda is my new DVD. You can pick it up right there at the table. We need gas money for the bus, so, you know, it really helped out. And if anybody wants an autographed copy of my artwork, you know, kick me a few bucks for gas. But all the DVDs are over there. I'm actually offering all 6 for $100. They're 20 bucks a piece, so you buy 5, get 1 free. And it's got everything I've said and more.
So you're
Are you guys enjoying this?
Oh, yeah.
I'm only minorly discombobulated, but you know, live TV is so much easier, isn't it? I don't know how many of you guys know, I started way back when, Austin Access, Corey Cordes was there, and Jack Blood was around, and you know, of course Alex Jones, and you know, we were broadcasting a lot of crazy whack stuff out to the populace, and somehow this got picked up, and of course the internet. We didn't have YouTube. There was no such thing as YouTube. And so we decided that we'd start branching out and putting our stuff up and putting it on YouTube, and now we've become globally known. Thanks to Austin Access, thanks to the fact that we have this ability to broadcast. And I want to get to, you know, our methods of solution before long. How long have we been talking? An hour? Or just an hour? Okay. So I want to get through this portion of this pretty quickly. I could probably just give you this last little point. And of course, you know, Disney's logo is also 666.
Lottery.
The lottery, yes, with the 666. And then the words that you can make from 666, because in Hebrew, 6 is V, but in English, 6 is F. So FFF.
okay. I'll fill in. Go ahead.
All right.
Freeman.
Yeah.
You got 2 minutes.
2 minutes on the tape. All right. Well, let's go ahead and swap the tape.
My name's Harlan. I'm the owner of Arabian Books. I've been here for 5.5 years now.
Yeah.
What's that? Okay.
Where's the beard?
Right, where'd the beard go? It's been 3 years. I know you got to keep them guessing sometimes, you know? Well, I guess it was 5.5 years ago that we opened this place up, and there was a tall, skinny guy that came in probably 2 or 3 days after we opened. And we were all sitting around talking, and I noticed he was, somebody was talking about religious things, and I heard this gentleman say, well, we all know that Jesus was an alien, right? And I thought, I have to talk to this guy. And lo and behold, it was Freeman who came in, introduced himself, and I think we did an event a couple weeks after the store opened. And so Freeman is a true friend of the bookstore, has been here literally since day 1 or day 2, and we're so glad to have him back, and it's so glad to have all of his friends back. It's so good to see so many people that I haven't seen in such a long time. So please keep coming back. We'll have lots of good stuff in store, but nothing quite like tonight. Freeman is a renowned researcher and investigatory writer on many topics, including the occult and conspiracies in general. And I think you're all going to walk away very satisfied that you heard something you probably never thought of or ever heard before.